Okay, we're going to start this off talking about sleep. Sleep is one of the most important things we can talk about. It is the foundation for work. It's the foundation for play. It's the foundation for relationships. And as you see, I'm wearing my Love, Peace, Coffee, and Sleep t-shirt. Might be backwards, depending on what camera you're looking at me in. But these are the important things I think that a lot of us want to focus on right now. Just loving ourselves, taking care of ourselves, having peace in our home. Coffee is a staple, so I had to have it on my t-shirt, and sleep, again, the foundations. So we have Lacy with us, and Lacy is a co-founder of The Right Pillow, and I got it. Lacy, you shipped it to me, so we're going to do the official unboxing. I took it out of the box because I figure you at home have seen a box. It does come in a lovely box, beautifully packed and protected. It does come with an aromatherapy pack, which we will talk about later. But as you may or may not know, I'm a scientist. I'm getting my PhD. I'm a PhD researcher. So I am a stress scientist and a joy detective. So I didn't want to confound our experiment by adding aromatherapy to it. I'm going to start off just with the pill change. And Lacy, I don't know if you know this, but for the last week, I've been monitoring my sleep with the Aura Ring. And we can talk about that in another video, but it actually monitors how much I wake up in the night, how much I move in the night, temperature fluctuations. So I've done a whole week of sleeping with the ring on with just a normal everyday pillow. And now I have a right pillow. So first off, welcome. And tell us a little bit of the story behind the right pillow.
Hi, Sean. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. So the right pillow was born out of necessity. It came to our pillow founder, my pillow partner, in a dream. And it was really born out of the necessity to find comfort sleeping on her back, which for a lot of us is not a natural sleep position. However, it is one of the best sleep positions that we can find. Proper spinal alignment, neck alignment. It really helps with a lot of the drainage. And staying in that sleep position all night long is challenging for a lot of people. So it was really, it just was, it was out of necessity. And, fast forward all of these years into the future, and here we are now understanding more about sleep, understanding more about the quality of sleep and stillness that we need, the alignment that our body needs, what that means for people. And people are kind of waking up, so to speak, to learning more about how to be better sleepers. How do they sleep? What are they sleeping on? What are we breathing in? It's been 8 years almost since the start of this business, and the perceptions have really changed, I think. We are fully organic. We're certified organic. We use eco products in our wool, sustainable products. We are manufactured in a plastic-free, waste-free facility in the United States. All of our pillows are handmade. And so knowing that we don't use formaldehyde, we don't use bleach, there's no flame retardants in our product, and people can rest assured knowing that they're not breathing in that outgassing for a third of their life. So, again, back to it was an invention out of necessity originally, but now it's sort of, we're reinventing that reason almost all the time. Is it allergies, asthma, respiratory illnesses, post-operation healing, recovery and healing. It's great for that. Just wanting a calmer, better night's sleep. You wearing the sleep device is really going to be very fun for us to watch. It's going to be really great.
And it's already, and we'll have to do a whole session about the Aura Ring, because it does mention your sleep has not been consistent, because last night I stayed up really late for some reason. I really don't know what I was doing. I was on Clubhouse listening to, it's so interesting how your sleep can get interrupted unless you're very diligent about, this is my bedtime, this is my sleep routine. And I'll tell you, that's why I put on my pajamas, because I want to be very adamant about, this is just like we go to the gym to keep our muscles healthy, and just like we prepare healthy meals, sleep has to do with a regimen. Put on your pajamas, go, start turning off the devices, and we could go on and on about those steps. But I want you to know, I put on my PJs, I'm in the bedroom, I have my right pillow, I took it out of the box. And Lacy, first off, it's so cute the way it's all tied up. And the first thing I saw was the made in the USA, the right pillow tag. Now you have two different types of pillows, right? And I filled out a little survey, and if we go to the rightpillow.com, we can fill out our survey. But tell us why two different pillows and what's the difference. And I think I got the wool one, but tell us about that too.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Yes. So after a lot of research on pillow fills and really diving into what is going to be comfortable, of course, right? We want comfortability, we want comfort, we want adjustability, we want longevity in the fill. But we also want health. We also want chemical free. We also want something that is not synthetic. We don't want anything that is going to outgas. We don't want anything that is going to require any other additives, period. So we came away with shredded crumbled latex, which is absolutely like the cutest ever. It is like little feta crumbles, and it's squishy and has kind of a supple plush resiliency to it. So the shredded latex holds its shape for years and years and years and years. And with that being said, when you really find that placement of the fill and you figure out what works for you, you won't need to adjust it every single night. You're not going to have to keep cramming that thing under your neck and on the side and trying to fill in the support areas. It just does it for you. The other fill is our Eco Wool, which is these adorable little woolly balls, and they are soft and they are cruelty free from small farms. They do not, the animals don't go through any terrible bleaching or chemical process. The wool and the shredded latex, the latex crumbles, they are naturally hypoallergenic. They are naturally dust mite resistant. So those two things are really important when we start talking about allergies and people who suffer from that. They're also flame retardant naturally. So we don't have to then go and put additives on the fills. We don't have to put any sort of chemicals in there for flame retardants. It's already, naturally has that property. We also wanted something that was biodegradable. Being an eco-friendly company and having a sustainability mission to leave the world a better place for our future generations is really important to us. Our pillows are fully compostable minus the zipper, so you can recycle the zipper, but everything else is fully compostable. And they outlast traditional pillows by, I don't know, a decade. So we're still sleeping on our pillows from the inception of the company. So we're the guinea pigs for how long they last.
And a pillow's an investment. So yes, this costs a little bit more than the pillow I can buy at my local big box store, but I'm not going to replace this. And you had me at dust mites. I have done, so if you've never watched me before, I was a TV shopping host for almost 20 years. So I have done TV shows with the biggest bedding companies, the biggest pillow companies. And we've always, we talk about dust mites and we talk about, are they washable? So you can wash them and get these allergens out of them, or are they hypoallergenic? And I was a singer and I speak for a living and I have allergies. So I have been overly conscious of allergies, allergens, and pillows. So Lacy, coming back to this one, this is all naturally this way. And even though we're making a little bit maybe bigger of an initial investment, we're not going to replace it. So if you take the cost per sleep, this is a 10-year pillow if you want it to be, right?
Yeah, it's less than a cup of coffee. It's less than, it's less than your Starbucks. It's a week, right? So if you do the math, right? This pillow is going to outlast any of those traditional pillows that you're going to buy. So a while ago, I did some research and wrote a blog about what's inside our pillows and how we are so just kind of, as consumers, we're just really sort of trusting that it's got our best health in mind. And then it's going to be comfortable. And then, oh, I'll just get a dust cover for it, or, something like that to go in between my pillow and my pillowcase. Well, ew, 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 ew. I just have to say, let's just pick on down pillows for a little bit, because they are very popular and people love them. I've spoken to so many people who have had their down pillows for 10 or more years. And, at this point now they're like these little balls of down that they crush up and sleep on every night. So we're going to just pick on down for a minute. Within the first year of using your down pillow, your pillow has got about 7 million fungal spores in it. It's got about a pound of dust mites, dust mite carcasses, and dust mite feces in there. There's mold, there's mildew, there's bacteria, and you can wash your pillow. But what that does is it just continues to break down the feathers and create a dust, a powdery poof that just is a much better environment for those types of allergens. And so we just stepped away from all of that. We just decided to take the healthiest, safest route that there was. And our wool and crumbled latex were the best fit for everybody, I think.
So the crumbled latex is pillow 1, and it has its own name. What's its name?
That is the Serenity.
Okay, and then the wool is what I have. And I've been waiting. I didn't open anything. It has its cute little bow on top. And my goal is to be a back sleeper as much as possible. I go to my left side a lot. I had my dear pet Binx cat for years, and so she always slept on me, and she was the best sleeper because it kept me on my back, because goodness forbid I didn't want to upset Binx. And so I actually lost Binx the end of December. And if you've gone through something that has rocked your life, whether maybe you've lost a job or a relationship or whatever, and it's affected your sleep, this is another reason why do whatever you can to put yourself in the best place. I get sometimes it's hard to sleep. 2020 made a lot of us, it was hard to sleep. But tools are there for us. And this pillow, Lacy, we talked about it. It came at just the right time. So I'm excited to start my new sleep journey. And I see at the top it has right pillow, and it's a little card. And it says, made in the USA with love. And it's handwritten. I just got goosebumps. Dear Sean, better sleep just arrived just for you. Enjoy the right pillow, and if inclined, let us know on social. Many thanks, the dream team. Okay, I know I'm a dork. I just kind of teared up, but you, as my friend, knew I needed something. I needed some help. And okay, back to talking about a pillow. And this is cute. Look at this. Better nights mean better days. The dream team. Oh, I love it. Okay, now here is info. Care and customization instructions can be found online. So we'll just go to therightpillow.com. You talk about why the right pillow, and we've covered most of this, but I'm just going to touch on it again. Customizable comfort, which we're going to get into. Certified organic materials, scent-free, hypoallergenic, dust mite resistant, amen, mold and mildew resistant, yay, antibacterial, washable. Now that's the wool one. And then stays healthy for 10 plus years, adult and kid sizes. So you have different sizes?
Right, yeah. So we do. We have our standard size, which is the one that you have, and then a little smaller one for the kiddos, but it also makes a great travel pillow too. So for the people who eventually will be on the road again, it's a great pillow for travel. And so the washability. So here's what's so beautiful about this. And I just want to make this point really quickly, because people fall back on the washability of pillows as keeping, their sleep sanctuary healthy and kind of free of the allergens. However, both of these materials are kind of washed in the sunshine. So take your pillow out of the pillowcase, put it in a sunny window for an hour or two, even in the wintertime, and let the sun, the heat, the sun will dry out any moisture that's in those pillows. And that's really the cleaning. Because of the nature of the fill, the moisture that we breathe into our pillows at night, it's a non-hospitable environment for that. So it doesn't stay damp. It doesn't have that ability to harbor the bacteria, the mold, the mildew, the fungus, all that stuff. So when you put it in the sun, it dries it all out. Now, if you have a spill on your latex, your Serenity pillow, you can throw it in the wash and put it in the dryer. We recommend spot clean for the wool just because it's wool.
Okay, good. And I will be doing a review on social media, but we're posting this because we want you to try the right pillow, and we want you to write a review, post it on social media, tell people about it, because the one thing we can do for each other is take care of each other, help each other find ways to be more healthy, and in this case, to get better sleep. And so it's just at therightpillow.com, and that's where you can order them as well. I see that you even covered the pillowcase because this is a little different shaped pillow. So the case is actually the shape of the pillow. And
Yep.
now I'm just going to put the case to the side, though, if that's all right, while we do our demo, and we'll.
Perfect.
There was me folding like my daughter. Okay. I don't know where she gets that.
Give you permission to fold our pillowcases like a fitted sheet. Just roll it up and put it in the closet.
You know, there's a specific way to do the fitted sheet. If I learned nothing from TV shopping, I can fold a fitted sheet into a nice little bundle. So I'm going to take off the little bow. It's so cute. It's all, and again, recyclable materials except for the zipper. And I know even your facility is very eco-friendly, but it's an interesting shape. So I'm just going to put it this way and lay on it. This goes around my shoulders. Is this kind of the.
Right. So for back sleeping, that's exactly how you need to just find your personalized comfort. We know that sleep is so personal, and everybody has a different need from their pillow. So we just really have, you can put the little arms over your shoulder if you like. You can put them under your shoulders, one or the other, depending on what kind of alignment you want.
Ooh, so when I first laid down, I put them under my shoulders, and I felt an instant awe. And I carry all my stress in my shoulders. I've gone to different massage therapists all over the country, and I walk in, they're like, "Ooh, you're one of those people that carries the weight of the world on your shoulders." I'm like, yeah. So immediately for me, I felt a release. I wouldn't have thought of putting them over my shoulders, and when I did, that was even better. And I think that for those of us who, I don't know if it's vanity, I don't know what this is, but I'm starting to get, they always say, you get to a certain age and you're like, oh, you'll get a little jolly. Like, oh, we will not be having that. So one of the things is to sleep on your back.
Yeah, right.
So
back sleeping is great to really reduce the crush lines and the wrinkles. And this holds your body in place. So as your body's natural tendency is to roll a little bit when you're sleeping subconsciously, these arms will gently be there to stop your body from doing that.
I feel like I'm breathing better.
Yes, you feel good?
It aligns you. And I'm a student of Alexander technique, which talks about body alignment and breath. And that's one of my big things this year is to stop holding my stomach in, because I've done it for years. We're trained to sit up straight, but to breathe full breaths. And I noticed for me, and we'll know more once I sleep on it, I think I'll breathe more fully, and you sleep better when you're breathing. Now, what happens if it still works though, if I roll over on my side?
Yeah. Absolutely. So the wool pillow is perfect for any sleep position. So if you starfish on your stomach, if you sleep on your right side, your left side, your back, all the sleep positions, whatever you find most comfortable, the wool is a really nice height to support whatever you need. Okay. The latex is loftier, so it has a higher loft to it. So some people don't like it for stomach sleeping, but Some people do. So it just depends on your preference.
I don't I ever sleep on my stomach, but this would, oh, I see. Yeah, it would totally work.
Right. So everybody kind of comments about, oh, I get dead arm, right? So you're sleeping and you're sleeping like this, or you're sleeping and you get dead arm. This actually stops people from having that sensation because it really supports you through that that position, right? There's not really a lot of pressure there.
Thinking even I was thinking that when you said it, that I it's like this, you get the little cuddle place as well. Now and we don't make medical claims here. I am going to be
No.
Dr. Diddy PhD, not MD. So check with your physician when it comes to actual any questions you have about medical issues. But I had another gift of growing wiser and getting a little older, frozen shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
If and when I mention it, women who have had it all say, oh, it is. I do not remember giving birth, thank goodness. But when they were trying to break that shoulder loose, I was like, woo, trade me back in for childbirth. That's how much that hurt. And so sleeping was torture. And we've gotten notes from a lot of women who have dealt with, I know Monique Parent has the latex version, and she has had troubles with her shoulder and found relief. And just when I laid down, I could see if you're having a little bit of a shoulder issue, this might help you to one, either just stay on your back.
Right.
Or when you do roll, give you a little, there's that space, so it's not pressure. Definitely worth, and I would have paid any amount of money to have relief at that point. It didn't matter.
Yeah. So we've had feedback from happy sleepers who have scoliosis, who've had injuries, broken spinal cords, hit by a Mack truck, shoulder surgeries, people who've purchased the pillow right before going into a major surgery, spine surgeries, hip surgeries, shoulder, and, really cosmetic surgeries. People who have chronic pain, we will do anything to get a little relief from that. I have scoliosis really bad, and in the last 7-8 years of sleeping on this pillow, it makes a difference. It's made a difference to me. Chronic pain is the worst. Now, of course, we don't make any medical claims to be able to solve any of these problems, but what we're trying to do is bring more comfortable, adjustable, healthier sleep solutions to the masses, because that's what everybody deserves, is a really good 7 to 9.
I love that you said that, because Dr. Diddy over here doing the studies, and it's 7 to 9 hours, and you'll find your sweet spot. I know some people say, oh, I can make it on 6 or 4. Not usually, and studies have shown most humans need between 7 to 9 hours. I am on the 9-hour end. They say take 3 nights consecutively if you can. It's even better to do a few more than 3, but go to bed at the same time every night and see what time you wake up. And for me, that hits the 9-hour mark. So, and I know, Lacy, in developing the pillow, you have studied sleep. And if you could give somebody just a little bit of your insight after all of these years that is wanting to have better sleep hygiene, what are the first few thoughts that come to you that you want to share?
Sure. Get an organic environment if possible. It costs a little bit more, but it's worth it in the long run. Even in the short term, you'll see results in terms of respiratory health, allergies, and just better rest. So kind of create a healthier sleep environment for yourself. Mattress, pillows, watch what kind of materials you're putting on your bed in terms of sheets and blankets, and then dig into what is inside your pillow. Find out, open it up. Even if you have to cut a hole and take a look, read the tags, get into that, figure that out, and then start doing some research on your own, because we spend a third of our lives on average in bed, sleeping with our face 3 inches from that material. And so it's very important. And we have to do a little homework in order to understand what that means to be inhaling outgassing from formaldehyde, which is a preservative, right? So what does it mean to be smelling, inhaling the outgassing from flame retardants that are in those pillows that are added, the bleach, all of those things that are designed to not stop outgassing. They're meant to continue to do their job forever. So that's my number one thing is really dive into what are we breathing? What are we sleeping on? How can we take baby steps to really affect some change for better health?
I'm looking at just the tag of this because I love that this actually still, because in the US we do have standards that you have to reach in bedding so that it is resistant to flame.
Yeah,
And saying this naturally meets those standards, right? So we don't have
exactly.
the same standards, the same level of protection, just natural.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
You mentioned they're customizable. Tell me a little bit about that, and then let's customize mine a little bit. But why is that important? And we'll kind of focus on the wool because that's what I have. But obviously, it works with the latex. You take it out as
Same
well.
thing, right? Right. So every pillow has 3 tufting wells, one in each sort of section of one in the arm and one in the center. Those wells allow you to find that spot for your head, to cradle your head, to really, maybe if you're a side sleeper, soften the impact on the ear and the cheek. If you're a back sleeper, it'll really soften the impact on the back of your head and kind of support the neck a little bit. So that's one of the parts of the customizability, the adjustability of the pillows, moving the fill around those tufting wells to provide that support. The second part that we are so excited about is the zipper. So when you customize your pillow, you want to usually put down like a towel or something to catch some of that crumbles or the wool that might fall out. Unzip it, figure out if you need to take some of that wool out, stick it in a bag, hold on to it for later, because you just never know. As you start sleeping on your pillow, you might want to put a little bit more in and fill in some areas that you're finding you need more support. So, and then you just zip it back up. And the beautiful thing about this wool and really the latex also is the staying power. So the moldability, the sculptability of these materials. Once you find that sweet spot for you, Sean, you won't need to adjust your pillow again. It'll just stay there.
Because I was ill prepared with a little baggie, I'm going to put my little note down just so you can see at home
Right.
What this looks like. So you just unzip, and in here, oh yeah, so it is just, it is soft. And so I'm just going to take
it's very soft.
it out just so you can see, and I'll put it over here. But if I wanted to, I could stuff that maybe down into here a little bit more, right? Oh, I get it. So you just scooch it where you want it. I personally think it was perfect for me when I took it out of the box, but we'll know after I sleep a couple nights, right? And then if I find I need a little extra room for my cheek, I'll just put my hand in and scooch this around. And I see that you said there are 3 wells, and I feel that. And I feel that I personally would like this well a little less right under my neck for right now. We'll see once I sleep on it. I might want to stuff a little bit under there because, like I said, my neck does come forward just a little bit more. So that's why you've done this for those who, no 2 bodies are the same. So no 2 pillows. Why would 2 pillows be the same? I'm going to zip this back up. And Lacy, this has been, so our intro tour to the pillow has been fantastic. And then we just put our little case on. The case just is open at the end, and you just slide it over. And
yep, just slide it on like you're putting on a duvet. So crunch it all up. Bring it all, tighten it all the way up in your hands, and then just shimmy it up and around. That is an organic, 100% organic sateen cotton pillowcase. So again, no chemicals, no additives there. And right now everything's in that beautiful ecru, neutral ecru color, just to keep things dye free at the moment. We don't want to add anything.
Okay, my case is on. I'm going to lay on it one more time just for good measure. But oh yeah, and the case does kind of, because it's that sateen, it slides just a little bit. So good for the hair. And I am so glad you said that about putting it over my shoulders. Any other final tips of ways to adjust it for ourselves before we kind of before I go to sleep and we let you go on with your day? But I love putting it over. Any other tips?
I think just give yourself a couple of nights to really find that comfort level, because we're not used to forcing a pillow to fit with our bodies. We're used to pillows requiring us to fit to them, which is not how we operate, right? We want you to be able to find your fit, and it'll take a couple nights to get used to, but once you find it, it is sweet dreams from there on.
Oh, we love it. I'm gonna try the side sleeping one more time. I love that I can put my arm under here. This is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The right pillow. So, well, thanks, Lacy, and I
Yeah.
hope you got some information out of this. Check them out at The Right Pillow. If you have some questions, you can ask me. I can get those to Lacy as well. But Lacy, I know you really put your heart and soul into this, and I know you also believe the love, peace, coffee, and sleep. Wait, are you a coffee drinker? You drink coffee too, right?
Oh yeah.
So decaf is always better. We'll talk about that later, but please, set up your sleep environment, get yourself some nice comfy jammies, check out The Right Pillow, and I'll be back. I'll sleep on it for a week and compare the week with the Aura Ring without the pillow, a week with the pillow and the Aura Ring. Then we're going to add some aromatherapy. So Lacy, you'll be back to explain that as well, and we'll check in.
Wonderful.
All right, so check it out. It's The Right Pillow at therightpillow.com. You can also follow them on social media. And as you can tell, Lacy is fantastic. She's a busy mom. She keeps her exercise routine going, which it just always, you inspire me, Lacy. And she knows
Oh.
that sleep is the foundation for it all. So thanks for sharing The Right Pillow. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Check it out, therightpillow.com. Okay, I am loving The Right Pillow. And here's what you can do. Go to therightpillow.com and use the code Dr. Diddy, so DRDIDDY, and you can get free shipping. All right, I'll sit up and say it too. Free shipping. Use the code Dr. Diddy, DRDIDDY. It's called The Right Pillow. Go to therightpillow.com. You're going to love it. And a good night's sleep. Gosh, it's worth its weight in gold when you get it with this pillow.